Hello and welcome back to Paul's Beer Reviews. Hope you're doing well today. You can tell by the thumbnail we're doing something a little bit different. We've not done one of these for a little while. We're going to do a spicy food review. It comes up to Halloween, and when it does, Iceland like to do these scarily spicy items. They're scarily spicy range. And last year we reviewed a few bits, didn't we? We reviewed their curry, the scarily spicy curry, yeah. Carolina Reaper curry.
Did chicken strips, we did the fish strips.
Fish strips, yeah. Burgers, we had some scarily spicy burgers. And sausages, yeah. And yeah, what we're going to do, we're gonna tuck into the scarily spicy chicken strips because they've re-released them this year, and it says that they're now even hotter. So here they are, the yeah, scarily spicy Carolina Reaper chicken strips, now even hotter. £3 a bag in Iceland. Not the cheapest, I must say. £3 for a bag of these. It's a 540 gram bag. We've already cooked them. We've cooked a dozen of them. So here's what they look like cooked. And you can see a lot of pepper and seasonings gone onto the actual skin of the chicken bits. We had these a few times last year, didn't we? And we just enjoyed them. But they are spicy. There was that nice kick to them, but they weren't offensive, were they? Really?
No, they were kind of, you could eat them.
Yeah, and we pretty much just did. we just ate them. We just
kept buying them.
Yeah, they were just nice. They just had a nice little kick to them. You know, just like a slightly spicy chicken thing. So yeah, in terms of, it's got all the warnings. You know, the caution, very hot and all that, all over the top of the bag. You know, I want to be tested. I want something that is actually going to be proper spicy. So
I mean, the Carolina Reaper was a good test.
What, the curry?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Carolina Reaper was a good one.
Didn't we?
Oh, we had a pizza. Yeah, we did a Carolina Reaper pizza. That was quite spicy.
But it was just the chicken strips that weren't particularly spicy.
Yeah.
Well, they were spicy, but they weren't.
Wasn't a challenge, was it?
It wasn't scarily spicy.
Nah, definitely not. So they're going through the ingredients. They're chicken breast strips. The chicken breast fillet makes up 57% of it, which is quite small, to be fair. It's got chili powder. They've got crushed chili seeds, Carolina Reaper chili powder, cayenne extract as well. So there's plenty of spicy ingredients involved in it. So I'm hoping they'll have a bit of a kick. So yeah, we've cooked a dozen of them, and we'll see what they're like, shall we? Yeah. Crack one. They've cooled down a little bit. I don't want the temperature of the actual chicken to you know, sure you change that to a taste. But yeah, can you see the actual?
Can't even see the pepper, really, can you?
See the chili seeds? There's actually little yellow chili seeds all over it. There's a bit of red going on there.
There's a bit of red on the inside. I don't know if you can see that. Bit of an orange hint to it.
Yeah. So there is the chicken breast steaming away. They smell spicy, don't they?
Yeah, you can smell the...
It's a bit of a chili kick to it. Anyway, I'm going to try a bit of the skin.
Kind of smells a bit KFC, kind of the outside of it.
It's never a bad thing.
Would you have just the skin?
So yeah, the actual seasoning on the skin, it's got a kick to it.
Is it? I'm just going to go for all.
That's quite a nice kick to it. I've got exposed a bit of the chicken. I was going to eat a bit of the chicken now and see if that's any spicier. Like last year, I think that chicken breast is quite nice. It tastes like some good quality chicken. It might not be, but it tastes good, you know.
I'd definitely say that's hotter than the ones last year.
Yeah.
It's not as hard as the Carolina Reaper curry. I struggled with that one. Like everything else I managed to eat, but it's definitely hotter than last year.
There's a Carolina Reaper.
Have you had both together? The skin and the chicken?
Yeah. It's the Carolina Reaper chili powder. I mean, what do you think? I reckon the powder just coats the actual crispy crumb bit around the outside for me.
I think the flavour is in, like, the breadcrumb, isn't it?
It's the breadcrumb.
Breaded chicken strips. I can't talk.
Chicken breast fillet strips.
Oh yeah, here we go. Fiery chili breadcrumb.
Breadcrumb, yeah. So that's the spices. The coating is in the spices in the coating.
It's got a kick to it.
You reckon they're spicier than last year's?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think last year's were spicy. Like, they weren't that spicy. It was just kind of a hint of spice last year. Whereas this one's a bit more. I reckon if you kept eating them. So, for example, if I had a whole bag, I'd probably start to feel the heat more as I get through it.
Yeah, if you were hungry enough to work your way through a whole bag, you'd feel it. You would feel it.
You know, like those crisps you used to have, where the more you ate, the worse it got.
Yeah, yeah, you'd feel it after a while. A bit like eating them Seabrook scorpion chili crisps. You can have a couple of handfuls, and after a while, you're like, oh, you know. But yeah, there's a nice warmth, nice heat tingling on my tongue now, which I like. But still not extreme though.
No, they're not scarily spicy.
They're not scarily spicy. They're nice and spicy, but scarily spicy, I don't think so. I just think they make for a nice eatable spicy snack. I quite like them. They're tasty. They are tasty. Bet I want to keep going back for them.
They kind of tickle the back of your throat, don't they, rather than...
Like a bit of spice. But yeah. They're not a challenge. They're not a spicy food challenge. If you're quite used to spicy food, then this is going to be easy for you. You won't be offended by these at all. I like the chicken, again. I think the chicken is good that they've packed into this. Good quality chicken. I like the seasoning. I like the breadcrumb, the crispy breadcrumb.
Yeah, I feel like, is the breadcrumb new? Was it breadcrumb last year?
I think they were breadcrumb last year. I'm sure they were.
I can't remember.
They've changed the recipe slightly. Made them slightly spicier. But I still think they're really tasty. We cooked a dozen. So we could have half a dozen each. And there's still... what down here? 1, 2, 3, 4. We've still got another 5 or 6 in the bag. Would you rate it to £3? Do you reckon £3 is value for money, would you say? I think personally it's a little bit on the expensive side.
I think it is, but I think they're charging for the limited edition, aren't they?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. The packaging makes you want it, the warnings and all that, you know. But £3, I think, for essentially less than 20 chicken strips. Not cheap, when Iceland are meant to be known for generally being quite affordable, aren't they? Quite cheap.
I mean, we can get normal chicken strips, can't we, from Iceland? And we can probably get double the amount for half the price.
Probably, yeah. Probably. But yeah.
They're definitely hotter than last year.
I think they're spicier than last year. In terms of a novelty spicy snack, I think they're pretty good.
I mean, it's warmed me up, but it's not...
Yeah, they're nice. They're tasty. They're tasty. Would I buy them again? Possibly. Possibly. I don't think it's something I'm gonna add to my shopping list every time I go in there. But...
yeah, I mean, last year we were just buying them because we really enjoyed the chicken strips, didn't we?
Yeah, I think they're really tasty. I think the chicken's good quality. I love the flavour of the seasoning. Could have done with being a little bit hotter if you're going to put all these warning signs all over the bag. But yeah, they're nothing to be worried about if you're used to a bit of spice in your food, that's for sure.
I suppose, yeah, they're probably for people that don't like spice.
Yeah, if you don't eat spicy food very often, then yeah, that might be a bit of a challenge. But I've got a nice tingle on my tongue now.
Yeah.
But I still just want to carry on eating them. So, I mean, that's never a bad thing. Yeah, I think they could have been spicier. Now even hotter, scarily spicy and all that. I did expect them to be mad, and they just don't quite do it. I'll give them an 8 out of 10. I think in terms of the price, I And the fact that they're not quite as spicy as I'd want them to be, that knocks a couple of marks off. But other than that, they're very tasty.
Yeah, I think on the side of sort of chicken being nice, they're quite nice to eat. They're a decent size. They're not like teeny tiny. Yeah, it's just that they're not as scarily spicy as what I think they want it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably go like 7 or 8 to be fair.
Okay. Here's the chicken. There's loads of coating. Look how thick that coating is around that chicken.
Yeah, it's when you...
Loads of it. So yeah, tasty. I just want them spicier. But there you go. So I gave them an 8 out of 10. You kind of thinking the same thing?
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking 7, 8. Yeah.
But there you go. For a supermarket spicy snack, they're not terrible. But would have been nice to have... I think if you've got some hot sauce or something like that, some really sort of hot Carolina Reaper sauce, just chuck a bit of that on top of them.
I mean, they've obviously like marinated. I don't know if you can see that. That bit there is like the chicken it's got like an orange colour to it.
Oh right, yeah, actually marinated meat.
And underneath the actual breadcrumb coating.
But yeah, no, they're all right. They're all right. But they need to be spicier. If they're going to make them scarily spicier, they've got to be spicier. So there you go. Decent, but I haven't blown my mind. So there you go. Yeah,
they've tried.
They've tried, and they're good. They're still tasty. So I'm going to eat the rest of them. So happy days. I hope you've enjoyed this. A little bit different. So once again, Iceland with their chicken breast strips, scarily spicy, Carolina Reaper, £3 a bag. Check them out. Let us know what you think. If you've had these ones, leave your comments below. Let us know what you thought. Until my next video, you guys take care.